100% yes, but don't put him at left tackle. Let's talk about it. So this article, Last Word on Sports.com, posted something that I thought was kind of interesting. It said the Ravens and Saints should be interested if the Bengals cut Jackson Carman. And again, I'm going to give Jackson Carman a lot of credit here. At left tackle, Jackson Carman is about average in the league. He's about an average left tackle. He's not really that bad. He's not amazing, but he's really not to a point that you're like, oh wow, this is the worst guy possible. He's not. He is actually a pretty average left tackle. The problem is he cannot play any other position on the offensive line. Now, if the Ravens did go ahead and pick him up, they might try to use him at guard or tackle, which I would absolutely love that more than anything in this world, because we have Trey Hendrickson on that side sometimes. Kind of like we move our guys around. But my point is, we have Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard on that side going against him, and nothing would make me more happy in this world than seeing, Jackson Carman go against one of our guys that knows him very well and knows his weaknesses, in all honesty. Number 2 would be the Saints, and that I would be less interested in because I just don't have any biasy toward the Saints. Biasy against the Saints. So I'm not like, oh yeah, let's get the Saints. I don't really care about like the Saints got him or not. I would say if anything, hey Saints, if you do get him, probably keep him at left tackle. Again, that's where he really thrives at. That's where I would say he's probably the most dominant at. And any other position, it's like playing with a hand grenade. It's just not worth it. But for the Ravens wise, I know this whole article kind of goes down because the Ravens are in a weird situation. This last offseason, they lost Kevin Zeitler, and they also lost Josh Simpson. Both of those guys being their starting left guard and their starting right guard. They also traded away Morgan Moses, and now they have a second-round pick at right tackle. So if he didn't work out, they could try Jackson Carman at right tackle, which, again, absolutely gorgeous because that would not work out in any way possible. We tried it, not in an NFL game, but we tried it in preseason and training camp, and it did not go very well at all. So got to a point where we just didn't feel like we could even start him at right tackle, period. If they try to move him to left guard, right guard, I think the same thing is going to happen when it comes to him just being absolutely trash at it. So it would give us a little bit better shot at getting Derrick Henry in the backfield and sacking Lamar Jackson. So, listen, I'm all for it. Same thing when the, who was it? Hakeem? I think Hakeem, right? He went to the Steelers, I believe. When they signed him, I was 100% all on board with that, too. Because the fact, again, Hakeem, I think, is a lot worse than, is he still on the roster? Wait, am I stupid? Did they cut him, or was he not signed by the Steelers? No, he was signed by the Brownies. What am I thinking? It wasn't the Steelers. He is still in the roster, and he was signed by the Brownies. But when they signed him, I think Jackson Carman is better than Hakeem. But still, overall wise, when they signed him, the Brownies, I loved it. But obviously, they weren't starting him. If they started him, that would have been a different story because we know how to beat him. And it's not just, me saying, oh, well, Jackson Carman's freaking awful and I'm so happy he's gone. It's not really also that, because right now, at this moment in time, he is our backup left tackle. And if you really look at the spots for our backup tackle-wise, Deontay Smith, and then you got Jackson Carman at left tackle. You really don't got much room to work with there. Cochran has been hurt last year and has injuries. Eric Miller obviously is a rookie, undrafted. And then you have Amarius Mims, who's going to be that right tackle backup. Chances are we keep Jackson Carman. But if we do cut him, Baltimore, pick him up and start him at your left guard position. Because it's not just that I don't think he's the greatest player of all time. It's also the fact we know how to beat him. We know his weaknesses. We know what he's not good at and what he is good at. So that's another beautiful thing of when a player leaves your team and goes somewhere else is when you have the blueprint on that player and you know what you've been trying to get this guy, to do well and what to work on, and now you get to play against him. It's gorgeous. So, again, like I said, I don't think Baltimore signs him at all, in all honesty. I don't even know if we cut him. He's one of the guys where it's like, it seems like coach, they definitely like him a lot. And when you use a second-round pick on him, it's kind of hard to justify cutting him, to be honest. I know eventually, no matter what the pick is, you're just going to have to bite the bullet. We did that with John Ross as well, even though we drafted him in the first round, top 10 pick. But at the end of the day, you just got to bite the bullet. You only got 53 men on the roster, and if a player's not good enough, it's GG. But still, it's sometimes difficult when you put a lot of draft capital into a player. But again, like I said, if he goes anywhere, I hope he starts left guard for the Ravens, and we have a good time against him. That's all I gotta say, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Dose.